Guys, Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're doing something to go with that mango honey mustard barbecue sauce I did about 4 days ago. If you haven't seen it yet, youtube.com/CaribbeanPot. Check it out because you're going to need that dipping sauce for what I'm doing here. And we've got the last batch of chicken strips frying away there. I mean, it's not healthy because we're frying it, but it's so good for the kids. You guys are going to love the twist I put on these normal, boring, everyday chicken strips. We're going to season it up with some wicked herbs. Hey, you're going to love it. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Guys, let's get cooking. Let's take a quick look at the ingredients we'll be using here today. And I've got some fresh ground black pepper, maybe about half a teaspoon or so. I've got some salted crackers here. Traditionally, I remember growing up on the islands, I would use Crick's biscuit, Vital Supplies. I've got here maybe a good handful of crackers here, just saltines, 2 eggs, some sea salt. I've got here about a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, parsley, thyme, fresh thyme out of my garden, 2 scallions in the background here, green onions, spring onions, whatever you guys want to call it. Probably going to need about a tablespoon of the scallion, parsley, as well as the fresh thyme. And the star of the show here, I've got 2 chicken breasts that I deboned and cut up into pieces. Got nice thin long strips, all even size as best as I could. I used some water and some lemon juice. I washed it, rinsed it out, and it's drained nice and dry here. If I forgot anything as we go along, I will update you. You will need some oil because we're going to be deep frying this. So let's go ahead and get this together. Up next, we're going to need, and this is what we're doing, is making the breading at this point. We're going to need a Ziploc bag or a piece of a cloth or something, like a tea towel or something. And I want to show you guys something. This little rolling pin here, I remember my mom got my uncle to make this down in the islands and send it up here. She wanted to teach her granddaughters how to make roti. Yeah, look at this. Brand new. Think they ever made roti? Isn't it nice and cute though? How small. So all we're going to do is put those crackers into the Ziploc bag here. Give it just a little seal. But you need it to have. And all you're doing is pretty much pounding away until you have ground crackers, I guess. Here's the thing, guys. This is traditionally the way I grew up making this. If you want, you can cheat and buy some breadcrumbs in the grocery store. It'll be just as good. But you know what? I'm going old school here. I'm just going to go ahead and work this down until I have a nice fine ground crackers. I've got all the ground up crackers here setting aside. And what we're going to do is add those herbs to it. So all I've got here is the parsley. I'm just going to break away any big stems. I don't want those big stems in there. Just more the leaves than anything else. I've got the thyme in here. Just going to I'm just going to chop that up very finely. And all I'm going to do is dump it into the crushed up breadcrumbs. I just pretty much want the tops out of these scallions here. And again, a nice fine chop. All we got to do now is pretty much mix this up here, just to blend all those herbs and the crackers and everything together. And the breading is pretty much done. All we got to do now, guys, is to crack the 2 eggs into a bowl. Hit them with that fresh ground black pepper. And I know my Caribbean people, you guys are probably thinking, Chris gone mad, he gone Food Network, he's not seasoning the chicken. All the seasoning we're doing is going into the egg, is going into that sort of batter that we've, not batter, but coating that we've created here. Nice and lovely. In goes that salt as well. And I'm just going to whisk that. Traditionally, in the Caribbean, if you're not from the Caribbean and watching this, traditionally we season the chicken with all the herbs and spices and stuff like that, and not the way I'm doing it, so it may seem a little bit strange for some of you guys. So we've got this set up, we've got that set up, we've got the chicken waiting patiently over here. So all I've got to get now is some flour. So I just thought I'd show you guys my setup here. So we've got the egg wash here. We've got some flour here, maybe about 3 tablespoons of flour. We've got that seasoned cracker crumbs that we made there, and we've got the chicken pieces in the back here. One thing I forgot to mention to you guys, I didn't put all the salt in the egg here. I left back half of it to sprinkle on the chicken strips when they come out of the not deep fryer, but my little wok over here. Look at this cute little wok that I have here. And the reason why I'm doing this in the wok, I probably got about 2 cups of oil, vegetable oil in the pan here on a medium flame. And the reason why I'm using something with high sides is because when I put it in there, normally if I use a frying pan, it will splatter all over the stove here. And you know what? That can cause problems. People will start to talk and expect you to clean up that stove after. I ain't that. So I went and I bought me a nice little wok here. High sides. So here we go. This is nice and heating up now. So here we go. So all we got to do is grab one of those chicken strips into the flour first. Shake it out into that egg wash. And then we're going to roll it around in the breadcrumbs. But what I'm going to do is 2 different hands. One's going to have that flour, the other will not. And I'm just going to shake that out there. Pat it a little bit. And I've got a nice chicken strip all seasoned and ready to go. I want you guys to notice something. Unlike breadcrumbs, that's going to be pretty much the same size and same texture. This you're going to get, since we crushed the crackers on our own, we're going to get little bigger pieces and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, that's all cool, you know. And all you're doing is, you always, when you're adding stuff to hot oil like that, is to put away from you. So you push it down and let it fall away from you. They've been in the vegetable oil here, frying away for about 3.5 to 4 minutes. You're going to notice they're going to start taking color. When you first put them in, they're going to sink to the bottom of the pan. As soon as they start cooking, they're going to start floating. And notice that nice rich color I'm getting with the specks of those herbs and everything that we added in there. Lovely. The second step, and then you got to prepare this as well, is to get, I have here wire basket lined with paper towels, and I got my tongs already. Fish them out into the paper towels so they can sap up any extra oil. Since the chicken breasts were boneless, skinless, like I said, they're nice and small, nice and slender. 5-7 minutes and it'll be fully cooked. So all I'm going to do now is to get them out of this oil here. We've got a lovely aroma in the kitchen right now. Hey, fried foods are always so much more better, right? Guys, I'm sure there's a way you can do this in the oven for all of those of you who are concerned about fried foods and stuff like that. But today we're exploring fried foods. So I've got them in the basket here now, out of the pan. And all I'm going to do is hit it with some of that sea salt that I left back while it's still hot. So you're seasoning the outside of this as well. And that's about it. I've got the last batch in here now. Guys, what I forgot, and I'm not sure if I told you already, but you really got to flip them over so they brown evenly, nice and golden on both sides. These here are probably, I'm going to say, it can't be healthy because they're fried, but trust me, and this is going to be the best chicken strips you've ever had. Remember, you got to get that mango barbecue dipping sauce for it though. So here they are, guys, the Caribbean style chicken strips with that honey, with that mango honey mustard barbecue sauce. Check it out at CaribbeanPot.com or YouTube/CaribbeanPot.com. You guys are absolutely going to love these chicken strips. They're going to have that nice crunch on the outside, nice and seasoned up with those herbs and spice, all the herbs. And on the inside, it's going to be nice and moist, but fully cooked. You're absolutely going to love these. Chris at CaribbeanPot.com, guys. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen as usual.